WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. And it is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. And it's brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, Van's Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.
Are you looking for an insurance company that you can call and talk to a live person? Are you looking for an insurance company where you can walk in and talk to an agent? Are you looking for an insurance company that offers multiple companies so they can try and get you the best rate? If you said yes to any of these, then you need to call or come by O'Quinn & Associates Insurance Financial Services. We offer multiple companies so we can find the best fit for you. Give us a call at 385-1000 or stop by our office at 212 South First Street right here in Jesup.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jesup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jesup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner specials. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
Hi, I'm Raymond Brown.
And I'm Mandy Yeomans. At First Southern Bank, our customers are like family. As a locally owned community bank, we're dedicated to helping our clients succeed.
We have loans for every need, whether it's personal or business. We have lines of credit, auto loans, equipment loans, and of course, we offer mortgages. Stop by our bank or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
The world-famous Butch and Bob Show.
World-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. And Bob, big day today for our Wayne County varsity baseball team.
Yeah, Wayne County has a chance to win a region championship here at home. That's always a fun thing to do. So it's been a long season. Started back in February 7th, 30-game season is the 30th game. Chance to go 20-10 and win the region championship. Feel good about it. They said we've beaten Southeast Bullock twice, 8-1 and 16-0. So they don't have a lot of pitching left. So Wayne County's in good shape. So it should be a fun day. Plus it's senior day. Always a fun time. I said public address announcer Steve McGregor does a great job of doing that ceremony with the parents and all that. It's always a memorable event each year at the ballpark to see those seniors and parents. Like I said, put all that time and effort in. A lot of these kids have played 4 years with the program, so always a fun time. So should be a good crowd. Getting ready for the playoffs Monday. Looking to see that bracket come out tonight to see who Wayne County plays. We played the number 4 seed from Region 4, but that Region 4 is loaded with a lot of good baseball teams. So no matter who's coming, it's going to be a tough opponent on Monday.
So Monday doubleheader here at Howard Bo Warren Field. No matter what happens, and the first game will be at 4:30 against one of their opponents.
4:30. Time has
4:30 somewhere along there.
Tentative time, but we'll get all that information Friday. It'll all be written in stone tonight.
Well, hopefully it'll be at 4.
4.
Yeah, hopefully the earlier they start, the better. Early at 4.
Well, they want to try to get
because it'll be a doubleheader, so it's going to go late because the games themselves last about 2.5 hours, and you got 30 minutes worth of between the games, another 2.5 hours. So, when you get up at 3:45 in the morning like I do, the earlier the better. So I'm putting my vote in for 4 o'clock.
You're voting for 4.
I'm putting my vote in for 4 o'clock. So, we'll see what happens. We'll pass it along to folks, and then also let folks know our opponent that Wayne County we play it in state playoffs at Howard Bo Warren Field next Monday. But right now we got to take care of business today. Beat Southeast Bullock to win the region, and to get that number 1 seed. And also honoring those seniors at today's game. First pitch at 6 o'clock. We encourage you to get out there and wear your gold and white and black and yellow and support them Jackets.
And just to clarify, the reason we have to win is we only have a one-game leader with Benedictine, and they're playing New Hampstead this week, so they're going to beat New Hampstead.
They're going to beat them easy. Everybody is.
If Wayne County were to lose, we would tie with BC, and BC would get the number 1 seed because they have the tiebreaker over Wayne County for winning 2 out of 3 games last week against Wayne County. But that Saturday win proven to be more huge win for Wayne County. So glad they were able to pick that up on Saturday down there at Benedictine in a 5-4 ball game, which again ended on a double play, the ground ball to third, throw it home, throw to first with the bases loaded in a 5-4 ball game. So
no more than exciting games for the Jackets.
Yeah, so we encourage everybody to come out and support the Yellow Jackets. A lot of the spring sports are done. Like I said, soccer seasons are over. Tennis team the end of this week. Golf still has their region area event. I think that's May 3rd or 4th coming up in Statesboro, and then they go to state after that. So golf, track, and baseball, really the only 3 sports still.
Track still going, right?
Yeah, track still has their region area meet coming up too in state.
Is that going to be here or another track
somewhere
else in the region? Okay. So
pretty sure.
Hopefully all 3 teams will continue to advance. And then you said junior senior prom is this weekend.
Junior senior prom is this weekend. Golden Jubilee is the theme. I don't know
Golden Jubilee.
What does that mean? Just exciting times?
I have no idea. Just a Golden Jubilee.
That's the theme.
That's nice.
I contacted Principal McDaniel to find out what the theme, because they always have a theme, but that's the theme. Golden Jubilee. Just want to encourage everybody to have a safe and happy junior senior prom weekend. Like I said, you always keep your fingers crossed. Years past, we've had tragic events occur on junior senior prom weekend. Hoping to avoid that. Just be safe, be smart. Don't do anything stupid. I say it all the time. One bad act can ruin your life. I've seen that throughout.
I've seen it happen many times.
Right. So, every act has consequences. So be smart, be safe, and enjoy the weekend. But that's always a fun event. Junior senior prom, a lot of excitement. A lot of people getting their dresses, tuxedos,
getting all just dolled up.
You remember those days, junior senior prom?
No, because the junior senior prom when I was at Wayne County High School,
during track season.
Track season, and we always had either the region track meet going on or something going on, and so I was always involved in either a track meet or had to go to bed early for the next day or whatever the case may be. And of course back then, the junior senior prom was on Friday night. Okay. And so, and then I had to work until 8 o'clock on Friday nights at Jesup Meats and Seafood. And after I got off work on Fridays, I went to Jesup Meats and Seafood with the Spell Brothers and worked until about 8 o'clock at night, and got home. And then usually the next day there was a track meet somewhere, whatever the case may be. So I didn't go to any of them. I was dedicated to my sport and to my team.
Oh, well.
And, we got a lot of the spring sports right now that are over, so those athletes don't have to worry about it. The baseball team, they will play today, but I understand the junior senior prom is on Saturday nights now, aren't they?
Saturday night, right.
And so, they can go to it and just be smart that evening and still be able to have a day between that Saturday night and Monday.
I imagine when the state playoffs begin Monday, there's going to be practice Friday, there's going to be practice Saturday, there's going to be practice Sunday. So I'm sure they'll give them time to enjoy the prom that night, but I'm sure they'll expect them back Saturday after church to be out there on that ball field getting ready for the state playoff action on Monday. So, and that's always a fun time. You see people you haven't seen. Most people, a lot of people busy, but when the state playoffs come, all of a sudden huge crowds show up, and you see people you haven't seen in years. So,
right.
So hopefully a big crowd. But looking forward to seeing who that opponent is in round 1. So
okay,
fun time. I say junior senior prom, graduation will be here before you know it.
Oh yeah, coming up. What is it? The 3rd week in May or something like that.
So, got spring football is coming up. Spring football practice starts May 3rd. It's the first day of spring football practice. And then they go a couple of weeks and then have a scrimmage, inter-squad scrimmage.
Well, last day of school is May 26th. So you think that would be graduation. We don't say it on here. It just middle school, and then last day of school, May 26th. And then I assume that graduation would be that night. So That's the fourth Friday in the month, not usually the third. They've sent out the fourth Friday of the month will be the last day of school.
So we're about a month away from the end of school.
Something like that, about 5 weeks away, about 5 or 6 weeks away. Yeah, about 6 weeks, about 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about 5 weeks away.
5 weeks left.
5 weeks away before the end of school on May 26th for Wayne County schools. I don't know what about the other schools in the area, but Wayne County, that's when they'll end of that last Friday in May. Okay. Glad I got that calendar there so you can see what it is. And then, let's see, that's the 26th. And that's going to be Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day on the 29th of May. The next Monday holiday. Those Monday holidays, for those 3-day weekends.
So yesterday's weather forecast was gorgeous, man. It was a beautiful day yesterday.
Yeah,
It's
same
supposed to
thing
be
for
good
today and tomorrow.
Good.
The chance of showers for Saturday has decreased from 70 earlier in the week, now down to 40, which is good news for the outdoor events that's going to be taking place this Saturday, including the event they've got going on Odom with all those food trucks there and all the entertainment they're going to be having there, the big event.
Raymond Brown informed me that it's down to 35% for Saturday because we want to make sure we got our 12:30 group. Raymond checks
Well,
that.
I am looking.
Raymond checks it daily. For
I am
Saturday.
looking at the official weather forecast for the National Weather Service at NOAA. And if you go down to the the EMS Emergency Management Agency here in town, with Donnie Ray down there, on his screens up there is this weather forecast right here. This is what he goes by, so I figure if it's good enough for the EMA agencies in South Georgia, it's good enough for us. So this is from the National Weather Service at NOAA in Jacksonville. And that's the one that puts out the official weather forecast for Southeast Georgia. Had a chance to visit that years ago. Yeah, and went down there with Linda and Chad, and went down there and just had a good old time looking at it. It's quite a building and all kinds of equipment and everything about weather that you can think of. And it was just a great visit down there, visiting the National Weather Service at NOAA in Jacksonville. This is many moons ago. This is back in the late 2000s. Yeah, right around 2000, somewhere along there is when we went down there. So right now we're down to 40, and hopefully it'll get less than that. Hopefully it does get down to 35 and 40, but it's not calling for cloudy skies. It's partly sunny skies on Saturday with a 40% chance. And see, that's dropped down from 70 begin with, now it dropped down to 50 yesterday, down to 40 today. So less chance of rain on Saturday. So to get that golf time, is that what y'all worried about?
That's what we're worried about.
Tee-off time on Saturday?
That's right, 12:30.
Oh, Lord.
Raymond checks it for us every day. So I saw him yesterday afternoon. I said, what about Saturday? It's supposed to rain. He said, no, it's down to 35%. So whatever. So I don't know where he's getting his forecast from.
Well, a lot of the forecast, the Savannah stations.
Maybe it's just optimistic thinking.
Yeah, the Savannah stations and the phones and stuff like that. That comes from Charleston, but for Southeast Georgia down this area, the most accurate forecast comes from Jacksonville.
And speaking of golf, I want to remind everybody again that Wayne County Athletic Department golf tournament still has a few teams openings. Again, it's a 4-person event. $400 per team. All the proceeds going to go to the Wayne County Athletic Department. It's always a big event, so it's always a full field, but there are a few slots left. If you'd like to get your 4-person team in, call the Country Club Day at 427-6505. Again, that's not this Saturday, but next Saturday, April 29th at 8:15 a.m. at the Pine Forest Country Club. So, again, hopefully another full field. Again, just a big fundraiser for the Wayne County Athletic Department. Helps all athletic programs, so should be a lot of fun.
Should be.
It'll be the second round of state playoffs, so that'll be fun to play golf that morning and to go watch a doubleheader at Howard Bill Warren Field for round 2. So we got to get by round 1 first, but I'm hopefully optimistic that that's what's going to take place.
But you got to think, got to be optimistic, Bob.
Looking forward to a great Saturday, April 29th. Play golf and then go watch Wayne County win 2 baseball games and move on to they would go to the first round Sweet 16. They go to the Elite 8. They beat the final 8 teams if they win that series.
This weekend goes from 32 to 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Monday. It starts at 32 teams get in. 4 teams from each region get in.
Okay.
So you got 32 teams in the bracket, and if you win the first round, you go from the 32 to 16. Sweet. And then if you win the second round, you go from 16 to 8. when the third round you go from 8 to 4, and then you go to the semifinals.
And that's the reason why baseball, you started early. Had a lot of games, but you're trying to get over with by the time that that graduation comes.
That's one thing they addressed. Like I said, that's why everything's been pushed up. I mean, normally you don't see the series that close, but everything's been jammed in because apparently the finals are in Atlanta, Truist Park, so they had to work with the Braves to make sure they get the dates right, and then so everything's plus. Parents were just upset because years past, I mean, kids have had to decide are they at a state final baseball game or they with their class graduating. So
class graduate and also the senior trip too.
Well, that's true too,
a lot of classes will have their senior trips. Sometimes they leave the day or after on graduation and head on a cruise somewhere, whatever the case may be. So some of them have to make that decision, and so now if you got graduation on the last at the end of May instead of at the third week in May, that pushes that back, and you started baseball a little earlier. So hopefully you can get all that in all the way through the state championship before graduation. And you don't have to say, well, I'm going to graduate. Do I go to my senior class? And of course the discipline of trying to keep kids around once they graduate. So we've seen that many times in the past where these guys will graduate out there. Next thing you know, they're back at the school practicing baseball because, you're in the Final Four or Elite Eight or something.
I mean, it becomes – there's a lot on their plate. Like I said, they're thinking about junior, senior prom, graduation, where they're going to college. There's a lot going on with the end of year's test. Are they going to graduate? A lot of kids have that problem. Are they going to graduate? I've seen that in the past. They're up there at the principal's office saying, am I going to make it? I got all my relatives coming in. Please tell me I'm graduating.
And I graduated and thank you, Lordy.
Exactly.
Not cum Lordy, but thank you, Lordy.
Exactly.
Oh, boy. We carried the Braves, and I'm used to the past years and how long Braves broadcasts go on, and then next thing it's over with sometimes before you know it, because these games are 30-something minutes faster now than they have been in the past, and so that means the post game show gets over earlier, which people are loving it. They're really liking the fact that the pace is moving along pretty good.
I like it.
Yeah, people are really loving it. The fact that instead of everybody just taking their time out there and, thinking they're getting paid by the hour, just taking their time, they're moving right along. And so the Braves will be back in action tomorrow. They don't play today, of course. They're on a travel day. They've been on the road for, for a while now. And they'll be taking on Houston. Houston won the World Series last year, didn't they? Yeah, so they're taking on the champs there, Houston, for Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon at Truist Park in Atlanta. And then Miami comes to town next Monday through Thursday for a 4-game series there in Atlanta.
Braves playing well. Really like their new catcher, Sean Murphy.
Like Sean?
I do. He's fun to watch. Does a great job defensively, good offensive catcher. It's a nice pickup for the Bravos. Became one of my favorite Braves. I like watching him.
Okay. All right. Do you know this is the 9th year? I heard him on the pregame show the other day. I think the 7th year already at Truist Park or something like that. Time just flies. It's not they've only been there like 4 years or something like that, but they've been there. I think this is the 7th year at Truist Park.
That's really,
already.
That's really. I'm telling you, that Battery around with all those restaurants around. That's nice.
That's a great area to go to see a ball game. Really I mean, it's just
it's a lot of fun. I mean, if you're going to go, anybody out there listening, make sure you go early. Enjoy all the festivities around the ballpark.
Yeah, they got so much going on.
A lot of shops, a lot of restaurants. It's really nice.
Yep. So it's really nice, and I'm glad that they built it. Turner Field was a good park, but this is a baseball park, and you can tell it was built for baseball. You're smaller, compact. You're right on the field practically when you're sitting there. Every seat's a good seat there, and then like you said, all those activities around the park before you go in and afterwards.
And they got plenty of parking.
Yep, plenty of parking. They got 2 big garages there, and other parking around. So. Works out good. And some of those big hotels down the hill there have long walkways that go up and then across the interstate so you can walk to it. But it is up on a hill. I mean, if you stay at one of those hotels down the hill there, you can be like on the 10th floor and you're still below the stadium there. It's still looking up. It's a long way up to if you're staying in one of those hotels down there, it's a long way up to the stadium. I'm just glad that you have to walk uphill to it and not uphill back to your hotel, you know. But if you get a chance to go see a Braves game this year at Truist Park, do it. You'll enjoy the experience.
Feel a lot safer, too. Remember the first time my dad took me to Fulton County Stadium.
Oh, Fulton County, the round one, huh?
And you had to park. These people got these parking places where you park in there, like you get out of
empty lot.
Yeah, like, is the car going to be here when we get back?
Well, for an extra 20, we'll make sure it stays here.
But luckily, it all worked out. But it was kind of, I was like, as a young kid, I was like, I don't know about this.
And the parking situation was better at Turner Field. Being built for the Olympic Stadium, they had a lot of parking around there and so forth, and that was better. But still, you had some situations if you parked way out, if you didn't want to pay the more premium price right next to the stadium. But they got those huge parking garages now around Truist Park.
I just remember we got out of the car and the words were "stay safe" or "stay close."
Stay close.
Don't wander off too far.
And Dad's got you one of them doggy leashes, huh?
I was looking around like, where are we at? Is the car going to be here when we get back? I don't know. I just remember that. But it's a lot better now at Truist Park. I don't think they have those problems.
I remember one year I went to the Braves game and for Braves Affiliates weekend and went up there and I had all the radio station magnets on my car, the WLOP, magnets all around them. On the car, showing our call letters and Big Dog Country and Fox Sports Radio and all that around there, and had them on there, drove through, in there, we had free parking, went inside and came back outside to my car, and somebody had turned every single one of those magnets upside down. They didn't take them.
They just turned them
upside down. And I'm thinking, had to be somebody from Wayne County, but maybe not. Maybe not. But I was really thinking that I'd see a note somewhere, or somebody send me a text, and they say, something like that. Somebody from Wayne County had done that. But nope, I never heard anything from anybody about who did it. But they turned every single one of those magnets on the side doors upside down, the one on the hood upside down, on the back of it upside down. I mean, they had to spend some, and they just didn't, just piecemeal them around. They turned around in line, in order, just upside down. They took their time.
They said they didn't take them.
They didn't take them. I mean, what are you going to do with them? But, they didn't take them. They were just, doing a practical joke there is what they were doing. So that's really what I thought was somebody from Wayne County, the way they did it. But if they did, they never admitted it. And, but you always have a good time when you go to a Braves game. It's baseball is something that's to me a lot, like any sport really, is really enjoyable watching in person. You get the crowd, you get the smells, you get the atmosphere, you get the players are right there, and it's just a good environment.
Just take plenty of money if you want to eat because the food's expensive.
Yeah. It's not like the Masters where you can go and eat very reasonably. I wish every place was like the Masters, but it's not.
I don't think Truist Park has pimento cheese sandwiches. I don't think they do that.
Those egg salad sandwiches or the ham sandwiches or something like that.
I don't have that at Truist Park.
No, they have those food companies that bid on the food service and the price goes up. So at Masters, they have one company that's been handling it for eons, And so they don't have to bid, so they don't have to have their prices all marked way up. All right, anything else going on, Bob?
I just want to remind everybody this special event, like I said, next week is National Crime Victims Week, and the local DA, Keith Higgins, the Federal Judicial Circuit, have this event each year. The Crime Victims Memorial Ceremony going to be held on Wednesday, April 26th. Never attended one of these. It's always a pretty impactful event. Again, also they'll have the memorial wall on display all week next week at the Wayne County Courthouse, so you get a chance to stop by and see that. But the ceremony is set for Wednesday, April 26th at 5:30 at the Wayne County Courthouse. So again, get a chance to attend that ceremony if you've never been to one. Again, it's a pretty special event.
Okay. All right. Well, Bob, you have a good day.
Go Jackets.
Yep. WIFO-FM, Big Dog Country Radio, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates. Also brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, Van's Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.